What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. As always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, the weather outside is frightful. Shout out to the mailman because he is out there delivering the mail. Shout out to Brian Green in basically, I would say a hurricane, but it's not a hurricane, it's a tropical depression. It's close. It's close. But shout out to him as well as all of the mail people getting the mail done. You know, it's the first day of fall. It is literally fall. We are knee deep in the NFL season. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I am so excited. I'm so happy. Game days for me. I bust my ass all week long. And then come Saturday, it's busting my ass getting ready for Sunday because I love just being downstairs in the man cave, or if it weren't raining every freaking Sunday, outside, you know, live streaming and being part of you guys. This is fun. I wish I could just go forward in time and find out how are the Cowboys going to really do. But then again, I don't want to spoil it. I want to enjoy each and every week, because what I see here is the same old narratives that just happen over and over again. You know, we've heard so many different things. Now, people were talking about, you know, Daniel Jones, man, he's turned the corner. The Giants, they got, you know, Diebold for a coach. They know what they're doing. They're going to be good. Watch out for the Giants. And now you're looking at Danny Dimes and still looking back and kind of saying, yeah, he is what we thought he was. He is what we thought he was. You know, then we, of course, we've been hyped up about the Lions. The Lions, okay? And I keep saying, but it's still Detroit. No disrespect, but I spent a lot of Thanksgivings there at that game for the halftime show with my bride, because United Way used to do the halftime show there, and it was never good. It was never good. I think about 10, 11, maybe even 12. I never saw them win. And it's just hard to get out of your mind that the Lions are a good team. And they showed it by letting Seattle come back and beat them there. And that was one of those demoralizing losses, right? Now, that's not to say they're not going to have a great season, because they are a good team. Their coach is fired up, you know, Dan Campbell, you know, biting people off at the knees and everything else. But you don't look at them and say that they're quite as good as they talk. Then there's like the Jets. Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers, you know. And we looked at our schedule and we talked about how the Cowboys have the worst part of their schedule early. The Eagles have the easy part of their schedule early. You know, we got San Francisco in a couple of weeks. We got, you know, the Cardinals. We knew was going to be like our bye week, but we were told that the Giants were going to be good, and you know that this year things were going to be different. We're playing, you know, against Danny Dimes. Saquon got his money, that they're going to be ready to roll, right? And then we knew we got Aaron Rodgers with the Jets coming to town. Aaron Rodgers, he always owns our ass. You know, that, you know, Philly 500, I think, said that the Cowboys could start out like 1-4. Now we got San Francisco. They're rated as the number one team in the NFL, but I kind of say they're good. They got incredible weapons, but I'm not sure that they're as good as they say they are. And then we got the Eagles. Now the Eagles, of course, they were the NFC champs last year. Somehow people seem to forget what happens to the loser of the Super Bowl, typically the year after going to the Super Bowl. They usually step back. On an average, I want to say about 3-point-some-odd games. The same thing about teams that win the NFC East. Nobody in the NFC East has repeated for the last 20 years. And nobody has had a better record the next year after winning the division. In fact, we've had teams that have won the division end up being last the next year. And on average, the division winner of the NFC East falls back about 3.5 games. I'm not trying to put a curse on the Eagles. I'm giving you actually facts and numbers. Now, understand, This is averages of what has transpired. We've had years where a couple teams have gone, same record, not winning the division. We've had other years where teams have lost 6-7 games more the next year. So when you take these numbers, that's how it comes out to 3.5 games. And so we have to believe that the Eagles are the exception as opposed to the rule. Time will tell. It's still September. It's now fall. Next couple of weeks, we'll kind of know what we got with everybody. We'll kind of know how these teams really and truly are. But if I'm a betting man, I'm just looking and saying the Eagles' defense is going to be a problem for them. The Eagles' defense was a problem for them in the Super Bowl. And as I look and see the injuries that are mounting up on them, as well as ourselves, their team on defense is very, very young. It's got a new coordinator. They got a great defensive line. They can stop the run. But if I'm looking at it, I'm looking at those safeties, those linebackers, those cornerbacks, and I'm saying that's where you make your money. You challenge those guys, because I don't think that they're going to be able to get much better than they are. For Mac Jones to get 3 TD passes, for Kirk Cousins to throw 4, you got some issues there. And you can try Howie vision all you want and try and think that you can just trade and get somebody else. That was 1 in a million shot that you had last year where everything was golden. This year, things come back around. Now, Cowboys-wise, hey, right now, our offensive line is playing better than we thought. Right now, the big fella, Tyron Smith, is holding up. Right now, some of our backups have not been bad. Bass and Agoda. Chimo Agata. Chimo, I don't know what I got for Mr. Roboto. We've got some depth at the moment. We get Mozzie Smith back, and hopefully Biotis with the hamstring issue is not a long time thing. We've got some depth for once. And as I look at the Eagles, their offensive line has struggled a little bit more. And Jalen Hurts does not seem quite right. He seems a little bit antsy in the pocket, and he's not making those home run runs that he did last year. And this is where it's going to get to be interesting. Philly 500 has kind of slowed his roll on his team. He's now doing videos and saying, no, I'm not worried about Hassan Reddick, with his half a tackle so far. I'm not worried about him. He's going to be fine, I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts. We'll see. We'll see if this is just an early hiccup or if this is actually the real Eagles. All right, good people. I got to get my big sub and get back so we can have our live stream at 5 o'clock, and then hopefully the stuff Rashid ordered will be at the house, and I can take him to him this evening. And hopefully we won't have any flooding out here, because it's been raining like a mother humper all day. And it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow too. So much for the outdoor studio. All right, good people. Peace.